Hi, ladies and gents. So, I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. And don't mind the face. I don't wear makeup that often, so. Plus, it was dialysis day. And I always look like I don't know, awoken from my grave. It exhausts me. If anybody's on dialysis or knows somebody's on dialysis, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have a little bit of a comical story to tell you. And, well, some may find it comical, some may not. I don't know, it depends on your sense of humor. So, a few days ago, last week, I uh I wound up in urgent care. I had severe chest pains and shortness of breath. Kind of scary. I mean, it was like the worst pain. It felt like I was having a heart attack. I know before you start giggling, it wasn't gas. I promise. um, it was my heart was inflamed. I guess it happens sometimes if you have a respiratory infection. But anyway, I'm in urgent care. And I do the usual, the COVID test, the blood test, the chest x-rays, all that. And then the on-call doctor there comes in and says, I need you to drop your pants. And I went, uh, excuse me? She's like, I need you to drop your pants and you can either roll to your side or stand up and bend over the bed. And I went, okay. So I proceeded to get a rectal exam for chest pain. And if you're in the medical field, could you please explain to me why I got a rectal exam for a chest pain? Because I still don't know. Did everything checked out? My anus is A-okay. I thought I would tell you that. Before going on to today's entry. I'm sorry, I still can't believe I had to have a rectal exam for chest pain. Blows my mind. But I am okay. Like I said, I had inflammation around the heart wall because of a respiratory infection I was fighting before. But I'm good to go. So I think, like I was telling you in the last video, I have no idea. I'm acting like my mind makes sense, right? No, it does not. So how about I just tell you memories as I remember them, in no specific order from now on. Um, let's see. Oh, I know I did tell you about that kid using me for like a damn human punching bag. I know I told you about that. Um, I think in second grade, I went to that school until the middle of second grade, and then we moved to a little town called North Bloomfield. And that, I told you, I did pretty good in that school. Still got made fun of, but not as bad. I had friends and stuff, and then we had to move again. And I moved to Bristol, and I went to a school called Maplewood. Not so good there, but, you know, I don't know many people's, at least in my circle, school lives that were all aces. So, I can't really, I don't want to complain. I do complain because it was pretty horrible. I tried to run away a couple times. I'm not a dumb person. I do act ditzy sometimes, and my sense of humor, it's questionable. um, but I mean, I'm not a dumb person, but I couldn't concentrate in school because of the bullying. So the only grades that were good and the subjects that I was good in were English class, art class, and English and art. And choir, because I was in choir. Don't ask me to sing now because that voice is long gone. But, and I did good, I went to the vocational school early because they couldn't handle, I want to say they couldn't handle me, but they just couldn't handle that, I was being bullied and they didn't know what to do, I guess. The school didn't know what to do or just didn't want to handle it. So they sent me over into the vocational school when you're usually supposed to go your junior and senior year. I went in 9th grade, so I absolutely had no credits to graduate. So I did not graduate, and no, unlike some people, I did not go get my GED. I have done classes online, even college classes online. So, I mean, I'm not dumb, and I have worked jobs before I wound up on disability. I've actually done online work. I've done factory work, retail work. I make things and sell them. You know, it's just, you know that saying, Jack of all trades, master of none? Kind of sounds like me sometimes. Um, and let's see. I feel like I'm whipping through my life, and like I said, it's just because it's in a random order, and I know, like, every video I'll have something, I'll be like, oh yeah, I guess when I was 5, or guess when I was 6.5. I will tell you something about myself, because music is one of my favorite things. Music and movies. I have had an obsession with Stevie Nicks since I was 6 years old, and Elvis Presley. When I would come home from school, in elementary school, my mom, there's a channel out here in Ohio, the part of Ohio that I'm in. It was like Channel 43 back in the day, back in the 80s. And my mom would have to prep dinner, fix dinner for my dad, when I got home. So she would put me in front of the TV every weekday afternoon. And they would always play an Elvis Presley movie. That thing would hold my attention for 2 hours straight while she was doing everything she needed to do for dinner. I think I've seen almost every Presley movie. He's just one of my, not necessarily my obsessions. Stevie Nicks. If that woman could be my wife, oh yes. My boyfriend would have some competition on his hands. But that's a little bit about me, about my musical taste. My musical tastes do go all over the board. They go from, I think I said in the first video, like classic rock, heavy metal, country, even bluegrass thrown in there. Some blues, not a lot of rap. I listen to anything. I don't listen to classical music, and I do not listen to opera. I appreciate it though, because that takes a lot of talent. I'm not putting that down at all. That is, I'm respecting that for all it's worth, because it takes some really, really talented people to do that. I feel like this is a rambling day. Every day is probably a rambling day with me. I did want to share you that story about last week. That was fun times. I don't have much to say. Hey, Frankie, you want to say something to the people? I'm thinking that's a no. Look at him looking at you. Now he's going back to looking at his nutsack. Anyway, that's it for today. And if I feel like popping on here Monday after dialysis, I will. And you'll get to see this tired ass face again. If not, I will see you Tuesday.